Daddy, it's Simon Frog. It's so rare that I get to speak to camera. Come on, you're so close to the camera. Oh, yeah. Oh, anyway, this is Elzine. Lady. Yeah. Lady. I'm getting so close to being called Lady because obviously now I work in a shop. You always, people always use you as an excuse to try and like discipline their children. The lady will tell you off. Yeah. Like I'm going to start telling off people's children. You've got my washing in the background here and a doorway. And we have actually got poor Ziggy there, who's at the completely the wrong angle now. So I'm going to try and... That's the bin. Everything's a mess. Oh dear. Right, put Simon here. I have got a small haul of charity shop stuff which I've got this week. It's Wednesday today. What are we on? Wednesday the 28th February. And I haven't been to the post office yet. It's probably a bit late. It's my only day off until next Tuesday, and next Tuesday's going to be an arse because it's like take the MOT in and get horrified. So I'm going to photograph what I've got here today. This seems like fairly reasonable sunlight, so I'm going to photograph that so that it's not hassle. But these are, I've only got 2 things here which are going to the post office this morning. This I have sold for 45 quid. Obviously there's a reason because it is like a nice cropped jacket. Let's hope it doesn't come back. It's Hobbs. Yeah, so that's the sort of prices that some people get for Hobbs. I didn't think it would ever be me. I thought I'd end up having to send an offer on that one. I thought maybe I was being a bit optimistic when I put it up for that amount. Yeah, it is a size 16, so that would probably explain it. I think I found the actual name for that jacket, so that helped with that. And it looks like it needs another pressing. Oh, it's so frustrating. And then the other thing I've got, this was actually a freebie, and I'm not going to get it out because it's folded nicely in its original packaging. I might get the trousers out. I might get the trousers out because I can deal with that. So this is something that my husband picked up for free because it was actually going to go like in a skip. I don't know why they do this at his place. And they never seem to send anything to charity. They go through phases where they do, but I mean, and they're a big player in Manchester, so they really should have a better reputation than they do. So this is actually a jiu-jitsu outfit. It would be much better if it was an adult's thing, but it is a children's size. It's nothing special because that's a jiu-jitsu company that's based in Manchester. And C3 apparently means children's size because I was able to go on their website, Twisted Fish I think it is. Yeah, I was able to go on their website and check that out. I've only got £15 for this. I could have potentially got more, but it was quite bulky, so I wanted it gone. What on earth is that? Why are things making noises in the kitchen? What the hell is that? That's freaky. Right, I'm going to go and look. I have no clue what the hell that was. That was like 2 tapping noises. Really weird. I have put the heating on. That's only because I just wanted to air out the last my duvet cover there, because obviously I changed the sheets. So I just wanted to like dry it out because I don't want like massive amount of washing. I had all my stuff on the airer here. And I want to do photos today. It's imperative that I do photos today because I am working 5 days in a row, and then obviously I've got to take the car in for MOT, so that day will be disrupted. I'll possibly drop the car off and then go and get this stupid hair sorted. Try and get a haircut. I've got to get other stuff. I've got to get my friend stuff for a birthday present. And then I think I'm literally for the next 10 days busy. So I need to make sure that I've got plenty of stuff photographed so that when I get the pockets of time which I can list, I've got stuff photographed and ready. That's the intention. I don't want to have to get involved in trying to photograph all of this stuff and it be annoying. Anyway, yeah, so those are the bits that I've sold. That was a freebie. Jiu-jitsu suits, and any of this martial arts stuff is worth picking up. But I did actually have to do a bit of research into that. There you go. And then this is my haul. So 5 minutes in, we're starting the haul. Hopefully there won't be any more stupid clicking noises from the kitchen. I did have to check that the freezer door was closed because that needs defrosting. It's another job that needs doing because it's not closing properly. Anyway, I have been lucky enough to pick up a whole load of Lululemon. I know I didn't pronounce it right. I just thought Lululemon. It harks back from Harry and Lulu. Because that's what happens when you grow up in a certain way. When you grow up watching Harry Enfield. So I've got 2 t-shirts. And I've got 2 lots of shorts. I thought these were women's shorts initially. And evidently, so did my work colleagues, that those wouldn't be £2. There was absolutely loads of this. I see it now, out of habit, I'm now peeling the gift aid label off because when I cut these off, I'll take them back to work and we reuse them because I don't like the idea of things being wasted. And there's, I go on my way to my locker, I just put them in with the rest of them. It's just force of habit. Yeah, I think possibly these are actually, God, there's a stain on that one. But the other Lululemon thing that I've got has got a really bad stain on both bits of it. And I could the tracksuit which I picked up in my previous haul, like 2 but 1. I've been trying to get the fake tan out of it. There's only like blobs of it, but I could potentially like sell it for like £80. The leggings on their own sell for 70. So with the matching top, I should be able to push for the 100 mark technically. I don't know. It's hard to gauge Lululemon because obviously it's an American brand. As somebody said, the sizing that's in it, when it said size 6, that did mean that it's a size 10. So that's a bonus for those other ones. So these ones have got the sizing in just generic large and the rest of it. But, I mean, really? I thought that they were bigger in America. That doesn't look like large to me. I suppose potentially it does fit me, but that feels like it should be like a medium women's, and it's rather skimpy. So I honestly didn't think that this was menswear, but I think maybe it is. Oh, it's got zipped pockets. Mind you, there is a mark on this, unless I had like wet hands or something. There's a number of marks on that, so these have got to be washed. That's probably a good idea if it is men's clothing to wash it. And then I've got 2 t-shirts, again in large. There was loads of this. There was absolutely loads of this. This is all I've got. Customers got the rest. Contrary to popular belief, I don't get to look in the back. It all goes out on the shop floor and I'm only allowed to pick up stuff that's been on the shop floor. So t-shirt, this is sort of like a textured one. So I do need to look into this. I don't think that menswear will sell for high prices, because the women's wear stuff on the website is wacky prices, like insane high prices, and then the men's stuff is just like normal prices. So it probably is, you know, it's not as fantastical as if it was women's wear. But like I say, I feel that that is a very small size man. So I think even if I do sell it, I'm going to end up getting returns because it's slim. I've got this. This hadn't sold because it was in the dresses. As I've said, picked stuff up from the shop floor. And for some reason, I think somebody tried it on and then it had gone on a wrong hanger, because it was on a size 14 hanger when I was going through tidying up at the end of the day. And it is actually a UK size 26. So the fact that it was in dresses is quite insulting because it's definitely a top for a woman. And the price suggests that it's a top. So yeah, £3 for a top. Joe Brown's, nice size, strappy, brilliant for the summer. Fantastic. That'll be an easy 25 to 30. Very happy with that. And it's proper, you know, asymmetrical and flattering, and the print does fit with Joe Brown's, because not all Joe Brown's is worth picking up, because it has to be, it's the asymmetrical stuff which is flattering, and that's the stuff that you pick up. And then again, I've seen loads of these the customers have bought, because I've been on the later shift, which is the shift I enjoy, just for my own sanity. I come in and I end up not going onto the shop floor and putting stuff onto the shop floor. I end up serving customers, and they come to the till with loads of stuff. So there was absolutely loads of these sea salt dresses in size 20, which is what this one is. And I saw loads of customers getting them. And then for some reason this one was a straggler, and this one was hanging up yesterday, so I was able to get this one. So yeah, £4. Very pleased with that. That should be an easy 30 because of the size. But again, sea salt is like jewels. It's hard to push the price because sea salt have their own outlet, and for some reason they are substantially cheaper than their websites. Very, very odd. So what else have we got here? I do have 2 BOLO things, so I'll leave them to the end. It's a BOLO for me. You've probably all been picking it up for years, but I didn't know what that one was, so I'm quite pleased with that. This is just a basic pair of shorts, but they are a golf brand, Dunlop Golf. It won't get me any more than like £15 to £20 for that, you know. And there's probably a mark which I've missed, and I must be careful not to iron out the texture in them. But I think that's quite a good little buy. Large. You see, this is what I'm on about. That is, I mean, Dunlop. Is Dunlop an English brand? I'm just thinking of Dunlop tyres, and I'm sure that that's English. But that is menswear large. And then if you compare it to the Lululemon, Lemon, sorry, look at this size. And I mean, I know that it stretches, but I mean, that's braced. That is braced. Is that a stain? No, it's fluff. No, it's a flaw in the fabric. Oh, just to annoy me. Yeah, that to me is a man's size large, and that isn't. So it's just it's annoying me that sizing, because I thought they were bigger in America. Anyway, yeah, like I say, easy 15 to 20, maybe even 25. I mean, I will check Terapeak, because obviously, I mean, you'd have to be very hardcore to be playing golf in January, February. But, you know, I'll check the prices. Golf stuff used to pick up. It used to get better prices than it did. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe I've picked up the wrong things. The last few things that I've picked up have not sold well. I have got this velvet top, which is Marla Wen. I don't know why that's hanging on for dear life, because usually when I see a tag like that, I thought it was because it was a reversible, but this is certainly not reversible. But it's nice. I think with Marla Wen you do have to get it in large, and this is large and extra large, and they even go up to 3XL, and I think that's where its desirability lies, because the small stuff which I've got is not selling, but it is also very summery small stuff. So very pleased with that, because it's the right size type for me. And then I have got a Juicy Couture top, very cropped, very little, looks like a child's size. Or if I was to put this on, it looks like I work from home on OF. There was a Rita Ora jumper that came in this week. I mean, it flew out of the door. I did put it at the front because I thought it was hilarious. So it was like a proper knit jumper, and it was all the way down here. But then the actual like body of the top, it went to there. So I mean, for me, and it did say it was medium, so it should have fitted me. It would have just covered my nipples, you know, and then if I wasn't wearing a bra, I mean, you could just see what I had to offer. But then if I wasn't wearing a bra, because I'm older, they'd be down here, so you could just see full tits. I just didn't get it. But flew out the door. The next generation get it. So they want the stuff like this. Yeah, so Juicy Couture, I imagine this is probably only going to be like a £20 thing, because it's nothing to it. I have got some Juicy Couture leggings, but they're pink. Yeah, they're bright pink. I've already listed them. I've been very, very disciplined with my listing. This has been in the wash because it had a horrible stain on it. So because it's light coloured, it went in with those cream Lululemon leggings, which didn't get the stain out. And this was the thing that I was worrying about, because that's probably the fault that is that because I've sent it on, I washed it with this at 30 degrees. Maybe I didn't wash it at the right temperature. I just didn't want to shrink this. So this is made in Scotland, Pringle jumpers. I thought it would probably fetch more. So this is, what is it, Nick Faldo. This was like, everybody had one of these. Everybody had one of these in the 80s. So I mean, I think that this is a real like 80s jumper. I'm hoping to get 40, but it's probably more realistic that I'll get 30. But I do think that it's exactly what people want from the Nick Faldo thing. So that's the Nick Faldo logo. Obviously, again, golf. So it's obviously had a load of golf stuff donated. I paid £4 for this. See, that's it. I've paid £4 for that. I paid £3 for the shorts. Obviously, I haven't got the tag on this because I've washed it. It was like a rust mark from a coat hanger, and because it's from the 80s, there was part of me that was just thinking, God, how long has this been on the coat hanger? This you've already seen because that's gone through the wash. So that's just that Arquette shirt. So you have seen that because that was just in the wash. These have been in the wash, but that is something I haven't shown yet. I thought I had a whole host of these stupid t-shirts. Yeah, All Saints t-shirts. I think you've probably seen these. So these are just the basic like crew neck t-shirts, which I'll get 15 quid for. I think that's been through the wash, so it's possible that you've already seen that. So a lot of them stank. Yeah. I've got a pretty green t-shirt. This one is only in small, so this will probably take till doomsday to sell. I need to price this right, so it's probably only going to be a 15 to 20 on this. But I've only paid £3 for these t-shirts. I only ever pay £3 for them, but I think that one is a decent logo because it's colourful. So I was happy to pick that up, even though it's going to be a slow seller and not very much. I have another t-shirt here. Again, I'll probably have to price this quite low, but it's new with tags, and I just thought if it's new with tags, just take it. So Nike Jordan. I have got a vintage 1990s shirt from, you know, a proper baseball shirt. Basketball. Is that why I haven't sold it? Have I put baseball on it and not basketball? Is that why I still have it after 3 years? I'm loath to knock it on the head trying to sell it. I think I'm at £40 now. Somebody sold one when I first looked it up, and they sold it for £100. So I was like, yes, onto a winner here. And I've probably had offers which I've turned down, which I now like wish I'd taken. And this is why you should just, you know, be in the mindset for making money and not be stupid like that. But those were the early days. And I've now got this on for £40. I mean, it's not got all the pizzazz, because it's only like cream. But it's embroidered, it's got a lot of detail on it, and it's just not selling. That's one of the things that makes me think that the exposure that I have in overseas markets isn't what eBay promised. I have the featured account, the business account, because it says that I get free listings in overseas markets, but it's rock bottom at the minute in regards to making sales. I mean, obviously Europe aren't interested in dealing with anybody in America, in England, and whenever I send anything in Europe, it gets stuck in customs for ages, and it really irritates me. The only other two places that I sell to on quite a regular basis are the US and Australia, and Canada when it's a decent Lego set. And they're the only people that I really deal with. I mean, I've started having more sales from China and Japan than I have with anybody in the EU. It's really bizarre. So I have no clue what's really happened, and that's one of my reasons why I would like to downsize. But I have also been trying to pull out all the stops in February, properly sourcing, properly focusing on getting some stuff which will sell. But it's still slow. It is still slow. I've had a peak at the beginning of the month because I was doing my stock take and I was on top of it. I haven't finished doing my stock take because I've been busy. But I can see on my calendar that I stopped doing my relists the second week of February, and I've noticed the difference in this last week because I haven't done any relists. So that ending and relisting, whatever people say about it, it does work because you have to keep refreshing your listings. And I do have a lot of I've got a big portion of items in my shop which were listed November and December, so they need a refresh because obviously they're regarded as stale. So that's my big issue and why I need to get on with that. So anyway, yeah, so back to this Michael Jordan thing. I'm only expecting to get 15 to 20, but then because I've paid £3, I just thought it doesn't matter. I've got it's new with tags, so it's desirable for that, even though it's just a basic logo on there and it, just plain black. So I just thought no harm, no foul. Or did I actually pay £4 for that? It's possible I paid £4 for that. Okay, these have been in the wash because they're a bit filthy. I haven't actually looked what they are. They've probably not got the care label on it, which is going to really annoy me. No, so these are the Vicious pant. I've had these before. So Carhartt Vicious pant. They sold really well last time. I don't expect great things from this because it's waist 29. And like I say, who are these men? Oh, let's do the comparison again. So this is waist 29, and these are my large Lululemon. They ain't large. They ain't large. You ain't fooling me. You know, I know that it's supposed to be like some wonderful brand, but I don't think their sizing is right. Yeah, so Carhartt, just a basic pair of jeans. I don't think it's like selvage or anything. No. Yeah, happy with them. They should be an easy 30 to 35, maybe 40. But saying that, I've got some Carhartt stuff, some jog pants, which supposedly other people have sold for 40 quid. I can't sell them for 40 quid, so I will have to rethink my price on them. So, but I'm happy with that. Happy with that. And then I've picked this up. I mean, look at it. Woo! Solds on this aren't great. I did look into it because I just thought, well, it's going to be easy to look up watermelon. But maybe those were smaller sizes, but mine's a 4XL Hell Bunny. Very happy with that, and that was just £3 as well. But I think that's a nice blouse for going into summer, so I'm very pleased with that. Hoping for 30, but other people have only sold it for 20. And then these are my BOLOs. Like I say, you guys are probably fully aware of these brands. However, I was not aware of these brands, so I just thought somebody out there may not be aware of them. This was actually pointed out to me by my work colleague because I was going to leave this. And she says, they sell that on Bond Street and Harvey Nicks and all of those places. So they're primarily like an underwear brand, but like luxury underwear brand. This is only a t-shirt, so I don't expect to get much for it. But I should be able to get around 30. And if you get some of the, you know, more nicer like lingerie type items, you know, or like slips, you will probably get better money for them. And I think it probably sells much better in America. So hopefully you can see that. It says La Perla. La Perla. So LAPERLA. And very nondescript, but that's what it looks like. Yeah, their website's crazy money. And this is an XL apparently. So that's what the care label looks like if the brand label doesn't look quite right, and that's what it looks like on there. Does it say anything about La Perla? Yes, it does. So it's Italian, but made in Turkey. So there we go. Definitely one to look out for. I probably need to do a little bit more research because I've only done cursory research while I was deciding whether I should pick it up or not. Because I had I was looking at some Reese stuff as well, but it was the sort of Reese stuff which nobody wants. Oh, why is there all these cottons randomly on the floor? Yeah, anyway, so hopefully I can get 30 for that, and I am pleased with that, and hopefully you guys can find some better pieces in that. And then this is the Bolo Bolo. And I wanted to show you this. I've seen this before with customers, and it was actually a customer who told me about this because she was like absolutely made up, and she was like, oh, look at this, and I'm like, what the hell is it? Because it looks like a supermarket brand, because all you can see is essentials on there. The brand is actually Fear of God, and I keep thinking it's Bird of Prey or Fear of something or other, I don't know. Hand of God, Fear of God, Bird of Prey. I don't know why I keep getting Bird of Prey in my head. But anyway, if you see that, and I mean, I know there are so many like brands like, supermarket brands that use the word essentials in it, but if it says Fear of God underneath it, and this is rubberized, and it's also got the thingy on the back as well. This is a Bolo, so this I should be able to get around the 80 to 90 mark for this, I believe. This is a very heavyweight short sleeve jumper. It's one of them, you know, when you get like a t-shirt that can't decide whether it's a jumper or a t-shirt. That's the care label. Ching, ching. This doesn't even look that special, but yeah, Fear of God is very expensive on their website, and this one does hold its resale value. So very pleased to see that, and pleased I can show you something that I have never seen that on anybody else's hauls. So I'm putting it out there. And that's everything that I have found. And I'm very pleased with what I've picked up, actually, because I do think that I'm sticking to my remit of being careful with what I pick up. Yeah. I've just got to crack on now and photograph that. So I think this has been a good couple of days sourcing, and these two look miserable as sin. Anyway, I've got loads photographed there, which you can't see, ready to go. I mean, last time I said there was 50 items. There's probably 40 items there now, because I have been listing, but just the scheduling for me is just... It's just beyond my grasp. I do not know how people get scheduled a week ahead. I do not know how people get scheduled 3 weeks ahead. I've never been able to, I've never reached that point where eBay say, no, you can't schedule anymore because you've scheduled too much. Who are these people? What witchcraft is this madness? Because it's never been something that I can do. I'm just constantly on the treadmill. So anyway, I'm going to make sure I get all this photographed this week. No, today, I'm going to get this photographed today. Try and find out which ones need laundering, because I feel like some of this stuff needs laundering. Just to mess with me. Just to add more to my workload. I've done most of my sewing jobs, but there's a few things which I haven't, are just still on my sewing list because I haven't got the right shade of cotton. So I need to go and get that. There's so many things that I need to do, but I think that this is a next Tuesday job while I'm waiting for the car to fail its MOT. If you came here for optimism, I mean, I don't think I've ever had a car which has sailed through its MOT. And when it has sailed through its MOT, the next year's MOT is so horrifying. I've had one car that sailed through its MOT 1 year, and then the next year they're like, yeah, you're going to have to take this to the scrapyard because it's so rotten. It's not even a car anymore. It's like Fred Flintstone's car. So, I mean, I don't think optimism is ever something that I will be able to embrace. And neither is scheduling ahead, but I'm going to keep trying. I'm going to keep pushing on, because as long as I've got stuff to list, I still have a business. So thank you for watching, and I've hoped you've learned something new. And if you did know what La Perla was and Fear of God, then you're a much better person than me. But hopefully somebody's learned something new. So thank you for watching, and I will be back again soon. I've got to go to the post office and get a crack on. Goodbye. Thank you for watching. Come on, sourpuss. See ya! Thank you for watching. Subscribe. We're so close to 1,000 subscribers. Maybe when we get to 1,000, I'll lift my top up. I'll do it now anyway. Oh, you gotta tease people. No, people don't want to see me. Anyway. Stay frosty.